Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him tell all they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him tell all they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody spread the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as
Hello, bonjour, sanbonani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Dr. Riel Nkunene. If you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast. And I'm going to be your host today. So today we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on how to overcome obstacles, how to overcome personal obstacles, as well as business obstacles. So we have Hlengiwe Fagu with us as one of the speakers. And we also have Bruce Stein as one of our speakers too. We also have Emma Lyons as well as Jabu Msomi as our speakers for today. So at this moment, I'm gonna let our speakers to introduce themselves. So you can go ahead, Hlengiwe.
Good evening from South Africa. I know everywhere else probably it's the morning right now. As Dr. Riel has already mentioned, my name is Hlengi, and I come all the way from South Africa. I am a transformational life as well as wellness coach, and I run a company called Self Enterprises, where we specialize in coaching. So I'm super excited to be here today. And thank you so much, Dr. Riel, for sending through an invite. Thank you.
Wow! It's such a great honor to have you, Hlengi, and I'm looking forward to hear more of your message. And thank you for saying yes, by the way. Thank you. You can go ahead, Bruce, and please introduce yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bruce and I am the starter. What that means is people contact me when they've got a business idea, they don't know how to launch it, and that's when I get really excited. So I get involved with entrepreneurs from the starting phase. We create healthy habits, we create consistency, and consistency trumps talent every day of the week. And I want to just say I'm honored to be here and to speaking on this platform and to share what I've learned over the past 20 years of entrepreneurship. It's been a wild ride and it's been fun. So I'm looking forward to getting the knowledge across to you guys.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's such a great honor to have you, Bruce. And yes, those entrepreneurs, the young ones, the first timers, the starters, whosoever you are in business, Bruce is the right person. So thank you, Bruce, for being with us here. And I am really, really looking forward to hear more of your message. You can go ahead, Emma, and please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emma Lyons, and I'm really happy to be here. So thanks so much for inviting me. What I am an abundance block dissolver and thrive catalyst. So what I do is I work especially with entrepreneurs and a lot of women, and I help them break through those inner blocks to success. Because I've noticed in my own journey that I had all the right strategies, but couldn't make them work because of all the beliefs and fears that were going on in my head. So I'm excited to share with you about my journey and also about how to break through those blocks today.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's such an honor to have you. I think you're frozen. It's such an honor to have you, Emma. And yes, I am looking forward to hear more of your message, more especially around limiting beliefs and breaking those limiting beliefs. So it's an honor to have you, Emma. You can go ahead, Jabu, and please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Riel. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jabu Somi, all the way from South Africa, and actually practice as a life coach, NLP practitioner, and I'm also a professional public speaker. I'm a founder of a company called JFM Coaching, and our focus is on women empowerment, unleashing potential, and we also focus on the youth as well as entrepreneurs. So we have done quite a work around mentoring young people in business. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you, Jabu. And it's an honor to have you. Really, you are just a life changer. You are impacting as many lives out there. We're honored to have you on this platform. So thank you for saying yes. So, Hlengi, I have a question for you. If you happen to have your own billboard, I can see your billboard, coming down there in the busy highway in South Africa, what will your billboard say?
Wow. Yeah, that has been a dream of mine. And I think it's something that I'm working towards striving to. And I do have a business partner who's based in Botswana, and we've always been speaking about this billboard and what it looks like. So, so my billboard will basically say, turning purpose into prosperity. That is the motto for Zalf Enterprises. And why have I chosen this specific motto is because that, when you turn purpose into prosperity, you basically using your passion and your talents to create a business or a career path that is fulfilling and profitable. So that is what we strive for to do at Zalf Enterprises, to really turn your purpose into prosperity. So that's my billboard, turning purpose into prosperity.
I love that because I believe that if you turn your passion into prosperity, you'll profit from that. So I love it. I love it. It's such a beautiful billboard. How about you, Bruce? Maybe your billboard is already down there. Who knows? What will your billboard say?
The interesting question. And when you asked it to me, I thought, wow, what would I say? And I think what it comes down to is I would say the world is not changed by people who sort of care. Start your purpose-driven business today. I think that's what mine would say.
Look at the purpose. Look at the purpose. We're turning our passion into prosperity, and then now we are starting that purpose-driven business. Wow, I love that. They really connect all these billboards. Let's see about Emma. What will a billboard say, Emma? Maybe it's already down there. I don't know. What will it say?
I love the two that I've heard so far. They've been so inspiring, especially the purpose to prosperity one, really down with that one. So my one I think would be kind of similar, but I've thought about it before. I think it's like thrive from within, because that's really what this is all about. Like, people think that it's just about making money, but really it's about that thriving feeling coming from inside of you, and then it comes back to you on the outside. So that's why my motto would say, if it was here, thrive from within.
Wow. From prosperity to purpose to thriving. Wow, I love them. I love all of the billboards, because I believe the drive is just all inside of us. It's not from the outside, so it's within. So thrive from it within. I love it. How about you, Jabu? Maybe your billboard is already there. Who knows?
You'll notice that I was smiling because our slogan as JFM Coaching is thriving together. I know Emma's gonna love this. So as I was sitting here, I was like, the billboard, maybe I would have two. The first one would be thriving together. And then maybe the second one will be the queen with a crown, because I've actually walked around. I've had to walk a journey of healing and thriving. And now what I do, I go around healing other women and other people. So hence thriving together, because obviously thriving and growing is a journey. It's never enough. It's always one step and then the next step. So here we are, thriving together.
Wow, wow. Thrive within and then thriving together. I love that crown though. I love as queens, we always have to fix each other's crown. So I love that. I love that. Wow. I love all of the billboards. So I believe mine will be the 5th billboard driving down the highway, and it's gonna say what? The sky is no longer the limit. The sky is now our point of view. So let's rise to greater heights. And it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. So we're gonna get started. We have Hlengi Faku. Hlengi Faku is the founder and CEO of the, I believe it's Z Health Enterprises, a coaching firm in its 3rd year. She is a transformational youth coach and a cognitive behavioral life coach. So as an experienced marketing and sales leader, Ms. Faku has held senior positions in large corporations in various sectors. Hlengiwe holds a marketing qualification from IMM, GSM, diploma in applied psychology, and various certifications, as well as accreditations in human behavior disciplines. She is currently pursuing her Master of Science in Business Psychology with the University of East London in the UK, as well as a diploma in health coaching with the Health Coaching Academy in the United Kingdom. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Hlengi Faku.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. You know, as you're reading there, I'm like, yo, okay, that's a bit long. But thank you so much for the invite, like I've mentioned earlier on, and thank you. I'd just like to greet everyone that is watching us live, either on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you so much, Dr. Riel, for this opportunity to come and share our experiences that some of us have gone through. And when I saw the topic of overcoming business obstacles, it literally took me back when I started the business and when I was still thinking of exactly what I needed to do and thinking of the fact where I come from, because I'm from a corporate environment and I've been there for 18 years and I've worked in different sectors, as we've mentioned. And so coming out from a structured environment and coming into being on your own and doing things on your own can be a bit of challenging. And yes, I went through quite a few challenges, but here today I am really going to share on how I've overcome them. And for example, and again, is just to share as well as to how one can do that, especially when coming to a mindset. So before I even start, something that I just needed to share was that 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, I was involved in a project. I was actually roped in by my mentor and my coach, who was writing a book. And the book is called Just Shift, which is a self-mastery guide book. And I got an opportunity to share my stories into how I shifted my life when I applied the mindset change principles that are taught in the book. So I've got the book here. It's amazing. So if anyone is interested in understanding who I am, what my story, where I've been, everything is in that book. So let's go straight to it. So what are business obstacles? Business obstacles really are normal when you're running a business. We cannot run away from them. They are there. They are acting like signposts for us. So, but in order for you to overcome these business obstacles, because they'll always be there, we need to change our mindset. And you ask yourself, how do I change my mindset? So the mindset that we are wanting to get to is to change our perspective. And how do you change your perspective is by developing a growth mindset. So a growth mindset is a belief that you're intelligent and abilities can be developed. So a person that has got a growth mindset, they are forever looking for information. They are forever digging and trying to find information and developing themselves in order for them to have a growth mindset. You cannot have a growth mindset if you're going to be only in the one place, being stagnant in a one area and only looking at what you have. Because a growth mindset, what it does is, one, it is going to challenge your limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs is what we've, if I may put it, what we've inherited when we were growing up, or things that we were taught to believe. Things like saying, I am not good enough. Things like saying that I cannot do it. Things like saying I cannot achieve it. So when you are striving towards a growth mindset, you need to challenge your limiting beliefs, because these limiting beliefs are the beliefs that prevent you from pursuing your goals and your desires. And we are sitting here today is because we've got goals and we've got desires that we need to get to. And we are sitting here today running different businesses, and some of us are wanting to start businesses. However, we need to start by dealing with these limiting beliefs. The second point is, let's embrace our challenges. Challenges are there. Challenges are there. We must look at them as an opportunity. So when you have a growth mindset, you don't see a challenge as being an obstacle, as being a blockage, but you are seeing a challenge as being an opportunity. So when a challenge comes your way, you look, or you say to yourself, what can I do? What is the opportunity here? Because in every challenge that is there, there's something that's positive. The third point is, let's celebrate our failures. Yes, you're saying, Hlengi, but how do I celebrate my failure? Yes, we need to celebrate our failures because we learn from our mistakes. It is okay to make mistakes. And again, your failures, they act like your signpost along the way. Because when you are going to come upon the same failure, you're going to say, hang on, I've actually seen you. I've actually experienced you. Then you have a better way of handling that failure. And another thing is that under the growth mindset, because remember, we're just talking about the growth mindset here, surround yourself with people that are positive. Surround yourself with people with great minds. Surround yourself with people that have got the same vision as you. Surround yourself with people that are like-minded. Because when you do that, then you always have the support. Then you always feel like you are part of a community that understands what you are going through. Then now the second point, focus on your strengths. What is it that you're good at? When you go into business, that's the first thing that you need to look at and say, what is it that I am good at? For example, I love being like talking and coaching and mentoring and teaching. That's me. But you cannot take me and put me in the corner office and just sit there and just look at the books. I can't do that. That's not me. So before you even start a business, look and focus on what's your strength. What is it that you are good at? Because there is something that is unique about you. There is something that you are good at. And there's something unique that you can offer the people and the community out there. And when you are stepping into the real you, the authentic you, you are more confident and you are more capable, because you are going to feel like when you step into your role or whatever role in your business, you'll feel like you're just doing this, as part of your hobby. So it is important to focus on what your strengths are. So how do you then focus on your strengths? How do you find out what your strengths are? Because again, that becomes a bit of a dicey situation. So the first thing is you need to make a list of your strengths. So what is it that I am good at? There are mechanisms out there. We help to do that as well. We've got a tool that we use that helps us identify, or help you identify, what are your strengths. And once we've gotten what your strengths are, then you're able to maximize on your strengths. The second thing around strengths is that set goals that align with your strengths. It is important to set those goals that align with your strengths. Because when you are working towards your goals that are aligned with your strengths, you are more likely to succeed. You are not going to have any misalignment. You are not going to have any confusion, because what you are setting, the goals that you are setting, they are aligned with your strengths. And the third point, or the third tip for you of identifying your strengths, is Find opportunities to use as strengths. So look for ways to use your strengths in your business. I'm a coach and I am a training consultant as well, and I mentor. So everything, what my strength is, I can actually use it in all three facets in my business. So we need to look at that and saying, what are the opportunities? Where can I find opportunities with my strength? And the last point is ask for help. Ask for help. Cultivate resilience, because resilience is going to be there. So when you ask for help, when resilient, for example, is an ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. Like I mentioned earlier on, setbacks are there, challenges are there, but you need to be able to bounce back because you've got a business to run. You've got goals to reach. You've got a vision of your business. So how do you then do that? You need to accept their setbacks as they are part of your business, because everything starts with acceptance. Because if we are still sitting in denial, we are never going to get to a point where we're going to accept. So once you accept that there are setbacks and that are part of business, then you are good to go. And because when you are in that position, you just need to remember that what are your goals and what your visions and why you started the business, and focus on what you can control. Stay within the circle of influence. Focus on what you can control. I can control what's happening within Self Enterprises, but I cannot control what's happening around the environment. I cannot control what is happening with the economy and everything else that is out there. I cannot. But I can control what's happening. I cannot control what is happening in Dr. Real's business. So what do? I come back within and I focus in what is happening in my business. Yes, it's lovely to see what's happening. It's lovely to check what's in there, but let's always turn our focus back into what you can control. And lastly, have a positive attitude. Have a positive attitude. Like I say, the growth mindset is equals to a positive attitude. When you have a positive attitude, you are able to cope with setbacks and challenges. You are able to cope with setbacks and challenges. So it's important to find that positive aspect in your business, to find that positive aspect in your life, so that you're able to have that positive effect that you need. So in conclusion, by developing a growth mindset, focusing on your strengths, and cultivating resilience, you can overcome any obstacle that comes your way. So we should not be afraid to challenge ourselves and to step outside of our comfort zone. Comfort zones can be very, very limiting. You're comfortable, you're okay, but you're really not okay. So the more we grow and learn, the better equipped we are going to be able to overcome any challenge that comes our way. And you must remember that you're not alone. You're not alone. You need to reach out to other businesses, reach out to other people around you. Find a community that is going to support you during your journey, because running a business is a journey. It never stops. I haven't reached where I need to be. I don't know where I need to be, but you need that community, that support. So please don't give up. Keep moving forward. Just as long as you take one step forward, you just need to keep on moving, and eventually you'll achieve your goals. Thank you.
Wow. You just dropped the mic. Just drop the mic. That was very, very profound. I was just taking notes of every word that you were saying. Really, I'm going to go back and watch the replay. You've started saying that we'll have to change our perspective and embrace a growth mindset, because, a growth mindset, it tells you that, yes, you can do it. Just go for it. You can do it. You can achieve it. Whatsoever you put your mindset in, you will eventually achieve whatsoever is up here. And you've mentioned that we also have to challenge our limiting beliefs. We'll have to embrace our challenges. We'll have to take each and every challenge as an opportunity to grow, to learn something, instead of taking each and every failure as the end of your destination. And you've also mentioned that we should celebrate our failures, which was really funny. Celebrate your failures. Through those failures, there will something that will come good on your end. And you've met, oh my goodness, I can keep going on. You've mentioned that we should surround ourselves with only positive people. My mentor always say that surround yourself with OQP, only quality people. That's how we say it. So we should focus on our strengths. We'll have to make a list of our strengths and then set our goals that aligns with our strength. And at the end of the day, if you can't find a way, ask for help and focus on what you can control as an individual. The list goes on and on and on. Thank you so much, Lengi, for sharing such a profound, much needed message, because this message, you can apply it on your life. You can also apply it in your business. Wow, what a profound message. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lengi. So now we're gonna move to Bruce. We have Bruce Stein. Bruce Stein is well known to be consistent, dynamic, strategic, out of the box thinker and leader. He has boundless enthusiasm. This is the word that I've been struggling for years, enthusiasm. So now I've got the right person who's gonna share that word. Bruce is an entrepreneur with an appetite and passion for creating startups, helping aspiring entrepreneurs start purpose-driven businesses, and has more than not 5, not 10, but 20 years of business development experience. It is during this time that he has realized he has an actual love for people, and he was blessed with the ability to empower entrepreneurs to win. So empowering them to overcome anxiety and start and launch purpose-driven businesses. For as long as he can remember, he has been building brands, finding solutions for companies, and implementing systems and strategies that take companies from where they are now to grow exponentially. Being able to ask the correct questions and study human behavior has allowed him to make a difference in coaching space while having overcome his own challenges. So Bruce has a vision to reach 1 million people in the next 5 years, to empower this 1 million with the abilities, confidence, and mindset to start and scale their businesses, and also create a legacy in their own lives. He is a God-fearing, growth-centric man who surrounded himself with only winners. He wants to win. He wants you to win, and he will do what he can to make sure you are empowered to win in this life. Always eager to share his lessons, knowledge, and share his experiences. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Bruce Stein.
Thank you, Dr. Riel. I'm very honored to be here. And just building on what my fellow speaker, Lingiwe, said, I'd like to start with a question. And do you think that it is better to have more positive thoughts or less negative thoughts? All right. As an entrepreneur, we are endlessly bombarded with problems. All right. And you get to level up. So there's different levels. If you are a 100,000 Rand entrepreneur, you solve 100,000 Rand problems. You want to level up from that, learn to solve 1 million Rand problems, then you'll level up like that. And so we build our businesses. So I studied it doesn't look like it, but I'm actually an accountant by trade. I got my articles and I started my first business. I fell in love with business. From when I audited businesses, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to start a business, didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I was going to go in business. And nobody back then, it was 20 years back, it gave away my age. But back then, we didn't really have mentors or coaches. It wasn't so big back then. So the truth about entrepreneurship, nobody shared with me. And the truth is, it is lonely. It is difficult, and nobody around you will understand the journey that you are going to be taking on. And in most cases, they will say to you, why don't you come back to our safe space? And I think you will address it as well. You could come back to our safe space, come earn a salary. You know, you were happy there. But they want you to come down to their level and not shine your light. And I am a big person to have in your corner for you to shine your light. And success and failures are part of the journey. And the best thing you can do is to learn to fail forward. The first business I lost, we grew a business. I grew a business. I'm normally the business development guy that comes in. I grew a business from 14 million to 100 million in 5 years. And so we got bought out. And within 12 months, we went into liquidation, business rescue, et cetera, et cetera. And I felt sorry for myself for 2 years. I lost everything. I sat on a couch. I felt sorry for myself. I couldn't bounce back from that loss. And in the midst of a vape boom, I couldn't even sell a vape juice. All right. So I grew this massive business and I had the opportunity to build myself back and I couldn't even do that. And the thing I realized was mindset. All right. So what do you define as success? And I want you to take the notes. Write down, define your success and define your failure. At what point do you admit defeat, right? After that, and that was 10 years ago, 8 years, 9 years ago, I haven't admitted defeat once from then. I got up off that couch and I decided never again in my life will I admit defeat. And from then I have lost businesses. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I see a business and I launch it and then I, grow it and then it like kind of dips. And the one thing I realized, and I think that's the point of this, this platform that you created, Doctor, is a platform of open discussions. Yeah. And for me, it was about purpose-driven business, which I only figured out much later in my life. And now, even at this time, I've got about 3-4 businesses that's still running, from 5-10 years back. And the only businesses still standing are the purpose-driven ones, the ones that are actually aligned with my why and my values. And I urge people, and that's actually one of the freebies that I'll be giving away at the end of this. I'll give away a clarity tool to determine your why. All right, I'll just go to my Instagram link, I am Bruce Steyn, and you can find a link there at the end of this. There'll be a link there. You can download the document and you can find your why. And the other thing that I want to give away is an anxiety management plan for entrepreneurs. That is so important for any entrepreneur, is to have an anxiety management plan. I'm giving away that for free. So back to this, consistency. So my topic here is consistency, and it's a teachable skill. All right. So what do I mean by that? So if you look at loyalty, something like loyalty, is it a teachable skill? Is it an attribute? What is it? And it is actually a teachable skill. And the example is if you go out for a couple of drinks with your friends, and a handsome young gent or a strapping young lady comes to you at the table and they start talking. And she says, "Can I buy you a drink?" The answer is no, straight off the bat. So loyalty, and I was asked, can you teach somebody that? And I said, yes. And they said, well, that's a teachable skill. Okay. So consistency is exactly the same thing. If you break it down, there's small sub-skill sets that you need to be consistent. So you know what? I'll actually give away 3 things today. I'll give away the daily power list as well. All right. The daily power list to create healthy habits. I'll set that for free as well. So it's a list of items that you do on a daily basis to create healthy habits. And that will empower you with consistency, because consistency trumps talent any day of the week. So I've launched multiple businesses, and the only ones still standing are the purpose-driven ones. And I had to learn that the most difficult way. But what I've gained through it is, if something fails, I don't feel sorry for myself. I failed forward. I take the lesson and I move forward. And I'll give you another example. If I put up a red flashcard and I slap you on the arm, right? And I put it down, and I put up another red flashcard, you're going to duck, right? That means you've learned the lesson. But now the intelligence is the rate of learning. So if I put up the red flashcard and I slap you on the arm, and I took it down, I put up the flash and I slap you again, and yeah, by the 5th time, only then do you learn. That's a rate of learning. So us as entrepreneurs, our rate of learning needs to be a lot quicker than the average person, because we need to take the failures and the lessons and we need to move forward with it. And there's an equation here, because most people start businesses. I just want to be happy. I want to produce happiness. I want to become happy. And what a lot of people don't know is there's no balance in business. If you're a startup entrepreneur, there's no balance. Don't aim for it. You're not going to get it. I'll be truthful. You're going to struggle for the first 3 years to find balance, 3 to 5 years. And only once you found balance, you've got people working for you. And then their lives are in balance, but at least yours is. And the equation for happiness is simple. It's discipline plus purpose plus gratitude. Follow that formula to the T every day, and you'll experience happiness every day. That's the formulation. And you can try and break it down. I spent 2 months trying to break this formula down and replace a couple of items. It never worked. So this is the formula. Happiness equals discipline plus purpose plus gratitude. And if you really start a purpose-driven business, you have to ask yourself these 4 questions, all right? Is it fun? Is the business you're starting fun? Are you helping people with fun? Okay. Does it give me energy or does it deplete it? Right. The third question is, does it give me meaning or is it meaningful? And then the last question, I love asking this to entrepreneurs to find out if they're on the right track that aligns with their soul and the values in their why, is if you can launch any business today, right? And you know it won't fail, what business would you launch? That goes down to the true core of what your calling and your purpose is on this planet. And then we go further, and then we go figure out your why and your values. I have exercises that we run through this with entrepreneurs. And at the end of this, once you know your values and your whys, you need to build a love story around your business. What is your love story? Because all of you on here are entrepreneurs. There are days I want to give up. I get up and I'm like, I'm done. I can't see myself doing this anymore. I want to do something else. And then by the time I make myself a coffee, I sit and think, and I think, yes, you know what, I'm so far from the 1 million people. And, I've reached 10,000 people so far. So that's how far I've gone. But I'm so far off the 1 million that my target, it's far. But 10,000 people with anxiety, entrepreneurs, etc., that's quite a big number. But for some people, but my aiming point that I was given a vision was 1 million people. So I'm short by plenty. So you need to build a love story around your business. If I speak to you about my starter business, you would feel the passion coming from my heart and you would want to work with me because I understand what it takes to launch a business from concept to the first sale, and then we scale it. And then make sure you understand your why. Why is your why so important? Because on the days that you don't feel like doing it, and there are going to be plenty days for the entrepreneurs like that, right? The days that you feel life is kicking you and it's not stopping kicking. You must remember, the moment you put up your hand to say that you are doing business in God's name, what do you think the enemy is going to do? All right. So we get kicked harder than normal people. Okay. Normal business people, we get kicked harder more often, but you know what? We've got somebody behind you, right there to push you forward. Okay. So amen on that. And we had a launch event 2 weeks ago. I wanted just to share a story with you. My 11-year-old son has never seen me work. So he knows that I help people. That's if he says, what does your dad do? He helps people. So we had a launch event and we got to sell one of our products. So I took 30 minutes and I taught my son sales, effective sales techniques. And he outsold all my salespeople for the day. He won 1,000 Rand. So his why for that morning was to beat my seasoned salespeople. He was going to beat them, and he wanted that 1,000 Rand. He's an 11-year-old boy. He beat them by like 6 sales. That's how well he said to me, Papa, let's go. And I had to walk with him. I said, there's a strapping young gentleman. He wants to explain to you something. I bow out. And then he starts speaking, and he outsold them because he had his why. And the important thing there was this 11-year-old introverted boy, going up to strangers and selling this product that he knew nothing about. But what he understood was the mechanics of asking the questions so that the people would sell the products to. So what I want the entrepreneurs to understand here, we all go through the imposter phase, the fear phase. And consistency will remove that. If you consistently work at your purpose every day, you will remove that. So just remember, fear is false emotions appearing real. I want you to fully understand that. And this anxiety management plan that you will get it explains that to you in a lot of detail. I want you to understand this, and I'll finish off now. I see my time is up. So to the entrepreneurs in here, the world is not changed by people who sort of care. I want you to understand that. And if you have empathy for your clients and your true intent is to solve a problem for that, you will make a massive success for your business. And I want to encourage you to reach out to a mentor or somebody that has launched a business in your field. Reach out to them and ask them, how did you do it? for me personally, I would always help an entrepreneur. There's no ways that I will hate on anybody, even if they want to start the same business. I would say to them, look, be careful for the following things. Check for that, move mind for that. But I would tell you with honesty in my heart, to start a purpose-driven business. There's a couple of tools that you will get here to manage yourself on the way there, create healthy habits and consistency, an anxiety management plan. I'll give you that, and something to figure out your why, because that is truly the most important thing for you as a purpose-driven entrepreneur. I thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you reach out to somebody that will give you the ability to move forward. Sorry, and if you want to follow me on social media, the link will be up on my Instagram. I am Bruce Steyn. Just look for me, follow me. You can download the link. I'll put it up around about 12 American time. It's now 6:41 here. It will be up by 8 o'clock tonight in South African time. Click on the link and you will get the documents.
Wow. Thank you so much, Bruce. And I believe our audience really, they will reach out to you and grab all these documents that you're sharing with us here today. You've mentioned that your business has to align with your values and your biggest why. It has to align with that. In that way, you're going to be in a winning formula, because your business aligns with your why. It aligns with your values. It aligns with your passion. And you've mentioned that in order for us to overcome obstacles in our businesses, consistency is the key. We'll also have to have like teachable skills. Don't be like, you know what, I know it all. No one knows it all in the business world, because we are forever students. We are always learning something new. And you've mentioned that we should also create healthy habits. I was just taking notes. And you've mentioned that if you happen to fail, just fail forward. Fail forward. Because failing is not at the end of your destination, but it means that there is something new that can be born from that. And ask yourself if the business that you are running, is it like fun to run, to operate your own business? And you've mentioned that we'll have to build our love story around our businesses, and we'll have to understand our why. Wow. I believe our audience really have been taking notes as much as I was doing when you were just speaking. Thank you so much, Bruce, for such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. So now we are going to Emma Lyons. Emma Lyons, she's an entrepreneur and an energy healer with an inspiring journey. Formerly on the path of becoming a human rights lawyer, Emma experienced a transformative quarter-life crisis that led her to the world of energy healing. Battling resistance, fear, self-doubt, and imposter syndrome, she overcame her own money blocks and now dedicates her expertise to helping others to just do the same. So today, Emma will share her empowering story and invaluable insights, guiding us to break free from those limiting beliefs and embrace our fullest potential. So kings and queens, get ready to be inspired and equipped with the tools to thrive in both business and in life. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Emma Lyons.
Thank you so much, everyone. I have been taking notes from the other speakers. I've got a ton of value so far, so I'm really excited to be here. So like Dr. Real said, my name is Emma Lyons, and what I do, like the other guys have been talking about, like Steve particularly, talking about the importance of strategy and really being strong in your mind. And I think that's so true, because I've known a ton of people, and myself too, you can have all the best strategies and solutions and know what you should be doing. You can have the best coaching and still feel really stuck. And if that's you, I really get where you're going, where you're coming from. I mean, my story is that I was on the path to study law, human rights. I wanted to go down that route. I always wanted to help people. And then after I finished, I was like, oh my God, it just didn't feel right again. And I had this quarter life crisis. And I was freaking out. I thought that once I figured out what I want to do, the big thing, that everything would just become easy, that it would be falling into flow. And I was actually looking for solutions for myself, to be honest. And I found this work, and I found that I'm really good at it. It was so easy for me. People were getting great results when I worked with people. And I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. And I was so excited. But when I started trying to make that into a business, I started running into a ton of roadblocks. I remember telling my mom, for example, that this is what I wanted to do. And instead of getting support, I got a 20-minute lecture about why it was a terrible idea, why it would never work out. So, and also I had all the things. I would work really, I talk about three. So working really hard, doing all the things and nothing working. That's a classic sign that you've got some of these blocks. The second one is the kind of starting and stopping. So you're moving forward, and then just as you're about to hit your goal, just as you're about to move that corner, suddenly the brakes comes on and it all kind of starts to go backwards, or you feel like you're stuck again. And then the third one that I talk about, classic sign, and I've had all three of these, is the procrastination. So you know exactly what you should be doing, but just aren't doing it. And I know from the inside out what all of those feels like. I mean, when I figured out this is what I wanted to do, I thought this was a big aha moment, but I had so much fear about being seen. I was afraid of being rejected and abandoned. And I had this massive imposter syndrome. I thought, who am I to be up there doing this? You know, I don't have a hope. Nobody's going to listen to me. And I had like, my personal pattern was kind of going into underachieving. And for some people, like the perfectionists amongst us, you can be overachieving, out there trying to make things happen. And really underneath it, there's a big sense of trying to hide the shame that's underneath it. So for me, it was about hiding, and I was doing all the things, I was showing up, but a bigger part of me behind the scenes just thought I wasn't worthy and that it would never amount to anything. So my pattern is working hard and not feeling like I'm moving forward at all. And what that does, it reinforces all the self-doubt, all of those beliefs that you can't have it, that it's not going to work for me. And this went on for not just months, it went on for years and years. And all that time I was trying, I was pushing, doing this program. I spent thousands of dollars and so much money on all these programs and coaches and courses. And what happened is that I would go through them, do all the things, and then feel like it didn't work for me. And what it would do would just reinforce all that self-doubt and the internal fear that it was never going to work out for me. So nothing really worked until I fully invested and was all in and investing on breaking through my own programs and fears. That was really, you know, dampening all my best efforts to move forward. So I really had to do that inner work, and I had to find people that I really trusted and really open myself up and break through all that shame, so that I can now show up in my business as myself and share from the heart, rather than kind of holding back and being afraid of people. You know, some people, they're going to like me, and some people, they're not going to like me. And what I've noticed is when you show up authentically, that's the thing. When you show up and you've worked through your stuff and you show up with those wounds, recognizing them and even showing them to people without feeling shame, that's when you allow people to really connect with you, because you understand where they've been. You understand how hard it is to go through that journey. So I would say to you guys, don't be afraid of showing that vulnerability, because that's what makes us human. And, you know, now that I've gone through this path, and it's been really hard, I can now see how, you know, being an entrepreneur, it's like a personal development boot camp, because without this, I would not have grown so much. I wouldn't have had seen all my old patterns and had to dissolve and work through them in order to come out on the other side. So this is why I'm so passionate about helping other people, because I see so many people, they have those same patterns going on and they're banging their head against the wall. A lot of the time, there are all these solutions out there that are all about strategy and maybe talk about a little bit of mindset, but don't really go deep enough. And that was my experience with all the coaches and courses that I did. They were brilliant, but they didn't go deep enough with me to transform these negative beliefs. So it's my mission now to really help people, especially women and people of color, because we have so much baggage holding us back. And I really believe that it's time for purpose-driven people. That's kind of the theme today. Everyone's purpose-driven. But it's time for purpose-driven people to step up and start making the money that they want and that they deserve. Because, you know, we have all these beliefs about money is bad and money is not for me, not for people who look like me. But actually, it's time for people who have purpose and passion or following their passion to stand up there and shine, because that is actually the biggest gift that you can give the world. Because then you model that for other people. Other people look at you and think, wow, Dr. Real, look, she's really doing what she loves and maybe she's thriving. Maybe I can do that too. A lot of people don't have those kind of role models. And then they can, you know, get your support to move forward. And, you know, it's time, because money does not make you bad. Money doesn't make you good. This is the secret about money. Money expands what's already there. So if you are a greedy, selfish person, money is going to make you more of that. But if you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur and you're really following your highest drive, money is going to make you be more of that too, and help more people share your purpose and help other people to thrive doing what they want to do and becoming, you know, turning them on energetically, emotionally, and also financially, so that we can change the world, because it is really time for each one of you to start thriving. You know, it's your time to thrive. And yeah, I think it's been so great to talk to you here. If anyone wants to reach out to me, I would love to connect with you. I have a free 15-minute call. So if you've been inspired or you want to connect with me further, I would love to do that. And thanks so much for the opportunity. It's great to hear people. I'm ready to take more notes with the other speakers. Thank you.
Oh wow, Emma. Wow, just just drop the mic. Like each one of the speakers that we have, the ones who have spoken so far, they are just dropping all those different nuggets on overcoming obstacles. You've shared your story actually, Emma. You've mentioned that when you show up authentically to the world, that's when you allow people like to connect with you. And I like the way you've put an entrepreneur as if this entrepreneur is in a personal development boot camp. You've mentioned that being an entrepreneur is like a personal development boot camp, because it is. And the way you've elaborated around money, the more you progress in life, you generate that income. It can change you for the better or the worse. If you're a greedy person, it will just change you for that. And then if you're that person which just wanna impact as many lives as you can, it's gonna just do that difference. You've mentioned that we should deal with our own self-sabotage, the way you've been in that prison in your own life, but the moment you decided, like you were like, you know what, it's high time I just own it up and just show up authentically, and then the world that is around you, it just appreciated you, the person that you are, and the real impact that you are making out there. So thank you so much, Emma, for sharing such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. Now we have our last but not least speaker. We have Jabu Msomi. Jabu Msomi is an unstoppable force, a life coach extraordinaire, and a captivating professional speaker. She ignites the path for women and youth, helping them to unleash their incredible potential and discover their true passion and purpose. So with qualifications in NLP, life coaching, and addiction counseling, she brings a natural and inclusive approach to healing and empowering individuals. Drawing on her expertise in global business, Jabu dives deep into topics like orbit mastery, unleash your influence, finding purpose, navigating complex business cultures, and many more topics. So get ready, because you'll have to soar to new heights with Jabu as your guide. Kings and queens, please join me and welcome Jabu Msomi.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, everyone. Definitely, I didn't write that, but thank you for that beautiful introduction. I just want to take this opportunity to greet everyone and to thank the speakers before me. You know, one thing about being the last speaker is, you know, people would say everything that you had planned to say, but equally, I really appreciate the nuggets that the fellow speakers have shared. And I've actually, I do have a takeaway, and I've actually formed a word which reads far, as in far, you know, as an entrepreneur, if you are focused, and if you are authentic in your dealings, and if you uphold resilience, you will go very, very far. So those are the nuggets, and that is the message that cut across the speakers before me. And thank you so much for sharing that. So for me tonight, I just thought I would share 6 common factors of thriving businesses. It's actually, you know, as something that we can learn from as small businesses, but also big businesses. And it's something that, you know, people do every day, but sometimes we just overlook the importance of those factors. So bizcommunity.com says South African companies, you know, that made the list of you know, being top, you know, in multiple sectors. They include IT, software, mining, healthcare, and e-commerce. Sorry. And according to the report, these companies managed to grow their businesses when a large part of the world shut down due to COVID-19 pandemic. We don't want to go back there. We know how difficult that, you know, period and that season was. But then it highlights that the 6 common factors that, you know, these businesses have. The first one is branding and marketing. You know, we take it for granted that branding and marketing is an easy thing, but it said that these companies, rather, they've managed to build strong, you know, brands and marketing efforts in order to stay, you know, and to be top of their game. And we know with branding, it's all about, you know, what people see. It's the colors, it's the logos, it's the voice, you know, and it's how we communicate our own brand as companies and as small businesses. But also the important one is marketing. You and I and everyone here know that, you know, even with big companies that are making millions, but they make an effort of advertising almost every day. So again, it's just a message, especially to small businesses and entrepreneurs, to say, make sure that you have a platform, or you have, you know, a campaign or something that you every day you remind your potential customers and even your existing customers that, hey, I'm here and I'm here for you, and this is the brand that I stand for, and this is the service that I offer to you. Because we often think that, you know, maybe big brands, you know, I don't want to mention any brand names, but we often think that because they are big and they're existing and they're in our face, you know, they don't do much. Actually, they are the ones that invest millions and millions into branding and marketing. And then the second, you know, something that came across as, you know, a common factor for these thriving businesses is they focus on providing high quality products. Again, it's a message, especially to entrepreneurs as well, that we do not cut corners. We do not, you know, there's no short, you know, route to building, you know, strong and, you know, quality products and services. You've got to make sure that what you deliver out there is something that you are proud of. And we must remember that, you know, the product also speaks, or it goes back to your brand and your marketing campaigns. So if you are building a product, make sure that, you know, when people talk about your product, they talk about the product itself and not the quality that is compromised in one way or the other. So quality, you know, we could unpack, you know, if we had time, in terms of what is considered under quality. And then the next one will be they adopt a customer-centric approach. So, as businesses, entrepreneurs, again, small businesses, the customer, people who say the customer is right, but also whenever you are building a brand, a product, or you are marketing, the person that is important is the customer. Therefore, it's important to understand what the customer wants. And it's important to walk the talk. Even the culture that you adopt within the company, it must talk, the culture of being customer centric. Don't then just, try to please the customer only when you are selling the product. But the customer needs to align with your values. If your biggest value is respect, you will attract customers just because, especially those who value, things as respect in others. And also you need to recruit and train to embody this culture. So have big campaigns, no matter how small you are as a business, have one person that makes sure that, they are, they are responsible for customer care, and they are responsible for listening to customer issues at ground level. And the next one is innovation and adaptability. We could go on and on about that, but the world and the industry, the trends are changing every day, because now the global business and the business is moving, at a very fast-paced, level. So it's important again, even again, as a small business, to encourage the culture of innovation. Just don't accept the status quo and say this service, we've been selling it like this, we've been packaging it like this, and that's it. It goes back to understanding what your customers, need, and it goes back to what is the industry doing. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your customers because the industry is well ahead of you. So I know, especially when it comes to technology, we do have, some of us, let me just say that we still shy away from, things that, involve technology, but we need to learn to embrace technology and automation, because that is where we are going to, to be adaptable, and that is where we're going to be agile as businesses, and thus, optimize on productivity. And the next one will be effective use of technology, which is similar to innovation and adaptability, but also, so to be on the competitive edge. And these companies, like for an example, in the e-commerce, obviously you have to be at the top of your game, because now everyone wants to have like an online shop, everyone wants to sell online. But what is it that you are doing, even as a small business, if you have services that you offer, online? How do you stand out? It goes back to branding again. So all these are like interlinked in one way or the other. But also, when if you are tech savvy, rather, the speed, in operations, and there's faster growth, and you are mobile, and it also encourages creativity. And the last one, ladies and gentlemen, will be good management and financial planning. It is, having worked with entrepreneurs, especially, I would say, even in age, younger entrepreneurs, obviously, finance is a big issue, especially if you go back to our rural areas and in our townships. Sometimes a person will be, wanting to start something out of passion, but equally, they need to feed their families. But it is important, to have, strict financial, measures in place, and record keeping and everything, and banking, because that is where you're going to see growth in your business. So it's all about discipline. It's all about, upholding growth, and it's all about making sure that if you've got people around you, it's people that, are operating within the values of growing the business, and they have like the founder's mindset. And the other challenge that I would want to share is that, especially when it comes to entrepreneurs, we think we can do everything. You are the accountant, you are the marketing person, but the moment you try and get other resources, you get other people to support, maybe with branding, because maybe they are more more inclined, maybe than you are, maybe they are stronger in other aspects than you are, then that is where your business will grow. I know somebody early this year, actually they challenged me and said, we know that you are a self-proclaimed queen, but your logo doesn't show that, it doesn't resemble a queen. So that person, I said, okay, go for it, just develop or create a new logo for me. Let's have a look. I can't even emphasize the importance and how the whole logo changed things around. People take you seriously, obviously, because we eat with our eyes and what we see in the colors. Just in closing, ladies and gentlemen, I always adopt the words from Jeannie D. She's a model and a presenter. As an entrepreneur, you want to say, put your head down, work as hard, as ethically as you can, and be true to yourself. Your moral fiber is what will determine how successful you are in the end. Close quote. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, Jabu. Oh my goodness. It's so funny when you've mentioned that as an entrepreneur starting, you just want to be everything. Everything you're in your business. You want to be that accountant, you want to be that admin, the graphic designer, everything. You just want to do it. No, just outsource and just have that kind of a peace of mind. You've mentioned that your customers must also align with your values. Whatsoever you offer, whatsoever you value the most, your customers will definitely do that. And it doesn't matter if you're a small business or a big business, you'll have to have those big campaigns to position you in the market, actually. And you've also mentioned that you will have to be as innovative as we can. We'll have to cultivate that culture of innovation in this world of business. And we also have we also need we also need to use technology effectively, because it keeps on changing. So keep on upgrading, be in the world, be in the present, be the pioneer. Wow, what a profound message. And you've also mentioned that we should also have good management. In order for us to overcome any obstacle in business, in life, you'll have to have that good management and planning within your business. So at the end of the day, you're going to be able to unleash all the potential and drive in that business. Thank you so much, Jabu. Thank you so much for such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. Let's check our audience online. Wow, what a profound, much needed message. Oh my goodness, our audience have been really, really inspired. I can see Mariah, she's saying beautiful billboards. I can see Precious Soriana. She's saying that I came on time today. Loni Falco is saying that mindset growth. Thanks, Coach Hlengi. And Dick Maritz is saying that awesome, Bruce. And Princess Sebe is saying strategy is key. I can see Lungi Lekininza watching, Kerry watching, I can see Annalie and Beno watching. Our audience, I can see Stella Goodwill watching. Our audience really have been inspired by all these amazing messages. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to our amazing speakers. So to our audience online, if you happen to have any questions for any of the speakers today, please feel free to drop those questions, and we're gonna attend to your questions at the end of the podcast. But it's not gonna be a show without me showing up. So I'm gonna be the next and final speaker. But before I speak, let me quickly get my bio and then I will come back and speak. So please enjoy. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainability. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumelelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. Really, you've set the bar high for me. So I'm like, as I'm following, all these speakers have already shared all the nuggets on how to actually overcome business or personal obstacles. So what else can I share? We already have a question that has been posted by Lungile. Maybe as I speak, if all of our speakers can just think about what are the answers to these questions. She's asking, what can you say about IP? So maybe if you can elaborate, Lungile, I'm not too sure. Are you referring to intellectual property or internet protocol when you say IP? Because it still applies in business. So she's asking, what can you say about IP? So as I am speaking, please, our amazing speakers, just dive deeper on that question, and then you're going to be able to share your wisdom, your knowledge towards the end. But before I share my nuggets, I know Hlengi, where she said that we'll have to change our perspective. We'll have to embrace that growth mindset in order for us to be able to overcome those obstacles in our lives, in our businesses. And Bruce, on the other side, he was like, you know what, your business has to align with your values and your why. In that way, you're going to be able to overcome all those challenges. And then Emma, on the other side, she kind of guided us to break free from our own limiting beliefs and embrace our fullest potential. And then Jabu, she just closed. She was like, it's high time unleash that potential and thrive in everything that you do. So I'm going to be sharing around overcoming business obstacles, because you know what, being your own boss, really, it can be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life. The first piece of advice, though, if you are planning maybe to quit that normal 9 to 5 job into like full-time on entrepreneurship, I will say just do a quick reality check in case of you were thinking like to just quit right away, and see if that avenue is all yours. Because with business, you can actually start like as part-time entrepreneur while you're doing your normal 9 to 5, and then you build from that. So when one thinks of becoming your own boss, picture this: you've spent so many years working on a job that hasn't been what you really wanted in your life, but you smile because it's almost over. It's almost over. So let's face it, being your own boss, really, it has many rewards. And one that comes into your mind really is the freedom that you're going to be able to set your own hours. You set your own hours, you schedule it, it just revolves around you. But my everyday book says that for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without work is dead also. So you'll have to put in the work in order for you to grow in that business. You'll have to put in the work. So from my personal experience as an entrepreneur, having a good sense of strategies to guide you as you kind of make this shift, it can help you to determine if this path is for you. So you should probably follow your passion profitable. Just follow your passion profitable. You may ask me why. I'm glad you've asked that, because it dictates what you do and why your business exists in the first place. And good people, you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. So get started today. Just get organized in order for you to overcome those obstacles in your business. Get organized. There is only one true thing to power you forward, and it can help you stay on top of things to be done by being organized. So get organized. So to be successful in business, you need to be organized. And it kind of takes a certain kind of mind to think outside the box in situations, to find the value in each and every new circumstances that you're coming across. Because all successful businesses, they always keep details in everything that they do. So get organized. And a good way to do this is to kind of, create a to-do list each day, that this is what I'm planning to do today. And you finish that and you start another one. So you also need to learn how to manage your own fears. Manage your own fears in that business. If you're just starting in that business, manage your own fears. Just knowing this, it gives you time to create strategies to overcome those challenges that you might be experiencing in life. I remember it was Oprah Winfrey who once said, the thing you fear the most has no power. Your fear of it is what has power. So facing the truth, really, it will set you free. So face the truth and overcome those fears that come across you. This message really said something within me. So kings and queens, if you want to separate yourself from the crowd, your key is you should be in a system of continuous innovation, like Jabu said. Continuous innovation, it can take you far in that business. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call to, pour yourself in, pour everything in your life before you go out there and try and save the world. You'll have to understand finances. You'll have to understand the risk involved within your business, because the key to being successful is taking calculated risks to help your business grow. Take those risks and see what works and what doesn't work, and stick with the one that works for you. Because the reality in most businesses, really in most successful businesses, is that you will need money to be successful in that business. You will need money to do anything in that business. And this knowledge, it will allow you to take the kind of calculated risk that can generate tremendous rewards in that business. But one thing that you'll have to understand, kings and queens, is that you can't give from an empty cup. So you'll have to fill up your cup first, and then from the overflow, you're gonna be able to do whatsoever you want to do with that business. Do whatsoever you can impact as many lives as you can, as long as your cup is full. So it's high time today. We are here to fill our cups, and we just want to grow as leaders in our businesses. We want to make a real impact out there in the world. We want to impact as many lives as we can. So I will encourage all of us to stay focused on achieving our short-term goals in those businesses. Just stay focused on that one, because it doesn't mean that you've just opened a business that you're gonna start generating income like right away. As you open your business, you'll have to take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time. You'll find principles about us as human beings that many of us think about, brilliant ideas about running that business, but you never try hard enough to achieve them. So one who can fail miserable, to me, and not be scared to dust themselves off and try again and again until they are successful in life, that individual to me is indeed fearless. So face all of your fears. Whatsoever challenges that you're coming across, don't be like ashamed, like to start over and over again, because you may never know. You can try today and fail tomorrow, and try again and fail again, but it doesn't mean that that's the end. There is always the bright light at the end of each and every tunnel. So keep on trying. As flight attendants always say, that put on your oxygen mask first before you go out there and try to help the person who's sitting next to you. Because if you don't put that oxygen mask, trust me, when that flight goes down, you will definitely go down. So put that oxygen mask first to yourself. If you need to develop your business, keep on searching for help. Individuals who have gone before you for their mentorship, for their guidance, for their coaching, because we need each other. So I believe that the reality is that your journey to be a better person, it starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. So don't ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case you can't find a way for that moment. You can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. And I am a firm believer of affirmations. So we're going to affirm it together. Whatsoever obstacles, whatsoever challenges that you are experiencing in your life, in your business, the drive is not from the outside of you, but it's from the inside of you. So we're going to affirm it. We're going to affirm it by placing our left hand on our chest, and we're going to raise our right hand. Just you're going to say it after me. You're going to say that I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Can you say it one more time, as if you have faith in your own powerful voice? And guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. Say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Yes, you can have the drive within you. The drive is just inside of you. Just give yourself a round of applause, because the drive is just inside of you. It's not from the outside. Everything that you do in life, it comes from the inside, and then it shows up to the world. You can have that drive within you. It's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name. I was so surprised. Bruce, right away, he said Nompumelelo yesterday. I'm like, wow. People, they always butcher my name. So Nompumelelo, really, in my own language, Nompumelelo, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe let me say in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, really my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired actions to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. You know, I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, all these amazing speakers have shared more nuggets that you really need in order for you to overcome all those obstacles in your life or in your business. You need to overcome those obstacles. But in order for you to go out there and apply all these skills in your life, or maybe try to change the world, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if that a giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. Excuse me. You know, it's so funny though, because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I may lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to be able to overcome anything, any challenge that we come across in life. Because I believe that we all rise together and we rise to greater heights by lifting each other up. The reason why we're here today is just to lift you up with all these, with all these amazing messages, the wisdom, the knowledge that all these speakers have shared today. We just want to rise to greater heights together. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I'm gonna cut this story short. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, "I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird," meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice today, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes. Since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down. Write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, excuse me, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what goals you what dreams you have for your own future. But here's one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that, you know what, with God, we're all destined for greatness. I believe that God has a better plan for every one of us. Your objective is what you were designed for and the reason why you live today. With God, we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these amazing messages, it gave me sleepless nights. And I remember it very well when I started journaling my first book, and I lost the count when I got to 10 because I felt like I have everything around me to reach to my full potential. That was when I decided like to follow my dreams, which gave me a purpose to see my goals through and understand that I do have everything around me to reach to my full potential. So this year, I am also determined to rise to greater heights with as many motivated professionals as I can. For those who are ready, maybe to start, grow, and scale their businesses within 90 days, just like Bruce is doing. Or maybe you're just that individual who just wanna, maybe you've started writing that book, or you just wanna start writing that book and publish a #1 best-selling book within 90 days. I always have a timeline for everything I do because it's possible. If I did it, you can do it. It's possible. So I have a free consultation call that I'm going to be sharing with you. Just 30 minutes free consultation, no obligation at all, where we can just sit down, and talk about what you're going through so that we can see if maybe you can be a perfect fit for any of my programs. So maybe if you're interested in becoming a public speaker, maybe you're interested in writing that book as an author, a coach, a consultant, or maybe just that entrepreneur who just want to multiply your income by doing what you truly love, what you're passionate about. So I am here. I am just here. Just book that free consultation call on my website at www.risetogreaterheights.com. When you get to that website, please scroll down and book a consultation, because I really want to empower you to become highly effective and an inspiring leader with a kind of personalized, measurable, but a scalable program. So go on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com. And yes, everything I do in life, it comes with a guarantee. So it's a guarantee that, truly speaking, if you take one of my programs, you will transform. You will definitely transform. If you don't get the transformation from any of my programs, 100% money back guarantee, because my ultimate goal is that you feel extremely confident about your purpose. So we will take it one step at a time, and you are definitely going to transform. So if you give me your why, I will show you the how. How cool is that? So this consultation really, it offers accountability, it offers education, growth, and success. So why am I doing this? You might have to ask yourself, really, why are you doing this? Why now? Really, I've been there. I've done that, and I know how it feels like. I remember myself like 5 years ago, I was kind of lost in the hustle. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. I remember I had a ton of ideas, but there was no tried and true strategy to run with every idea I had. So it was only when I invested in coaching and I created my first premium offer, that was when things started to change. And then I built an income generating business, just doing what I truly love and making a real impact out there. So now it's your turn. Kings and queens, it's your turn to build your own wealth, because the power is just inside of you. Go out there and book that call at www.risetogreaterheights.com. Because growing up, I didn't have much in life, because my father, he decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message. I'm still impacting as many lives as I can, because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you, love you, love you, love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. Thank you so much. At this moment, please feel free to share your final thoughts. And if you already have an answer for that question, okay, she means intellectual property. If you have that answer to that question to Lungile, please feel free to share your wisdom, your knowledge around that one. So Queen Hlengiwe, the stage is yours, Queen.
Thank you so much, Dr. Riel, for a powerful conclusion to the session. Wow, I've learned a lot. I've been scribbling everywhere, every single paper that I can find to take information down. And I'm really, really grateful for being in this platform. And thank you for reminding us. And I think Bruce has spoken about it, and you spoke about it really, that, when we've got God, behind us, or God in our plans, it becomes very, very important. And you've reminded me of Psalms 57, verse 2, where God says, God fulfills his purpose for us. So as God's children, we must remember that he has the plans for us. He knows the plans for us. And so thank you so much for reminding me of that. So just before I share my final thoughts, I just want to tell everyone to say that if you would like to reach me, or if you would like to reach Zalf Enterprises, you can reach us on our website on www.zalfenterprises.com, or you can reach me on social media platforms. So you can find me on LinkedIn, you can find me on Instagram as well as Facebook as Hlengiwe Faku. And as Zalf Enterprises, we would like to offer the viewers a discovery coaching call, which there's no obligation, it's just a complimentary, where we will help you find what you want to do, or find where your purpose is, because that's what we believe in, that's what we stand for. We turn purposes into prosperity. And earlier on, I spoke about the strength, how to find your strength. We'll be able to help you with that tool as well. So you can just go to our website, you can just click on inquire, just send through your information. So if you can, I will just write the code that you please, if you can use that code. And the code is RISE, so RISE, November, so NOV23. So it's RISE, RISE, NOV23. And then the last offer that I'd like to offer the viewers is a copy of Just Shift. So Just Shift, the author of Just Shift is Rachel Nekati, and it's about self-mastery. It's a self-mastery guide, which says here, paint the new you. So as I mentioned earlier on, that all my stories of what I've went through regarding mindset change, we talk about core beliefs, we talk about overcoming negative thoughts. So you'll find in this book, so I've got a free copy to whoever that comes through. So please reach out to us, and then we'll be able to share the book with you. So just my final thoughts about today is that overcoming business obstacles is a challenge for any entrepreneur. So we cannot run away from it. However, in order for us to deal with these obstacles, we need to change our mindset, and we need to overcome any challenges that comes our way. And what we need to do is develop a growth mindset, focus on our strengths, and cultivate resilience. So if I had to summarize this in one sentence, I would say that change your mindset to overcome any business obstacle and achieve your goals. Thank you so much for the platform, Dr. Riel. It has been great being part of the great minds as other speakers, and I'll head over. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Hlengiwe. And I believe our audience really, they will be able to reach out to you and grab, more especially that book. I was like, that's me. yeah, hopefully they will just reach out to you. Really, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, like inspiring us. I was inspired. I was really inspired through your message, so thank you. You can go ahead, Bruce, and please share with the audience, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it. Look, I learned a lot from my fellow speakers tonight. My notepad here is full of scribbles from my side. So I did take my eyes off the screen. I couldn't write like this. I needed to see what I needed to write. Otherwise, I would write on skew line. I think from my side, what the entrepreneurs must realize is you need 3 people in your life, right? You need a sponsor, you need a coach, and you need a mentor. These can't be the same people. A sponsor is the person that opens the door for you that you will never find yourself in, right? A coach is somebody that would walk with you through your journey, right? And I think that's why the coaching industry has picked up so much over the last couple of years, is because You know, we get to a point where we're stuck, and then you think, okay, what do we do now? And instead of getting stuck, you speak to somebody that can guide you through it, because all the answers you ever need is already within you. We just need somebody to unlock it. All right. And then thirdly is a mentor. That is somebody who's already done what you want to do as a coach, as a business person. Everything that you want to invent has already been invented. And there are successful people in this world, and 99% of them will guide you how to get there. Remember, hate never comes from the top. Hate comes from the bottom. All right. So the successful people will always help other people get successful. It's there's another word for it, but the people that have not achieved the success they want, they normally hate on the people that are going for it, right? And that's where the fear factor comes from. I think, Dr. You described it earlier, is that fear. And there's normally three fears. It's fear of failure, fear of rejection, not rejection, fear of judgment, fear of failure, and fear of success. But if you look at the core fundamentals of that, it is actually the fear of inadequacy. And I think you closed off with it, and you said that you are enough. There are people that need you in their lives to make their lives better. If you want to be happy, learn how to make people happy. That's as simple, as straightforward as that. And if you want to, the best thing I can give people advice to is become the mentor that you wish you had. Become the partner you wish you had. Become the father you wish you had. Become the mother you wish you had. In there lies your business model, right? People need that in their lives. So I urge you to reach out to somebody that's already done what you want to do, point one, and then find a sponsor, a coach, and a mentor, and see if you can, but I know money's tight these days, but pay these people. Attention flows where your money goes. If you get something for free, you're not going to value it. Okay, so spend the money, get a coach, get a mentor, and find a sponsor that's willing to stand up for you in the rooms that you are not. That will get you to success really quickly. And then remember to go on my social media, on Instagram. I am Bruce Steyn. The link is already up. I see my team showed me the link is up. So you can just fill in your details there, and they'll reach back to you with the 3 documents. It's the why, it is the power list, and I can't remember what the third one is, but I'm pretty sure they'll send you all 3 when you drop your email there. And once again, I would like to thank you for your time. I'm honored to be spending this time with you on a Friday, and I really appreciate the platform, Doctor. And to my fellow speakers, you ladies were amazing. I took a bunch of notes. Thank you for your knowledge. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to working together with you guys. I mean, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go for a long time and you want to go successful, you go with other people. I'm pretty sure we'll share the stage at some time again. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bruce. I was just going over the comments. Your students, they are actually recommending you. More especially William, he's saying, being a student, I do recommend his teaching. So at least now we've heard that someone was impacted by your teaching. So go out there, kings and queens, if you're watching us online, reach out to Bruce. You really need an accountability partner. You need someone who'll just hold your hand and be like, hey, you can do this. I've done this. I overcame it. And now it's your turn. It's your turn to build that wealth. So the power is just inside of you. Thank you so much, Bruce. I believe our audience will reach out to you. You can go ahead, Emma, and please share with the audience.
Wow, this has been a powerful time together. I've taken a ton of notes from everyone. And yeah, I just want to thank everyone. Thank you, Doctor, for creating this space. It's been really, really great to be here. And yeah, I would say, so like everyone's been sharing here, we're all on the same page. Success is really so much about believing in yourself. And I think someone just said it there, that it's really so much about feeling worthy. I think it was Bruce, you mentioned it was so many of these things, the level of success that you get to, it comes back to how worthy do you feel. And that affects directly how much money you let into your life and into your business. So yeah, the strategies, all that stuff really important, but also make sure to work on yourself too, because your business, the success that you get in your business is a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. And the better you feel about yourself, the higher your self-esteem and your self-worth, the easier it's going to be for you to stand up there and represent and track the right kind of people that really need exactly what it is that you have to offer. So, you know, time to get out of your own way. And yeah, I would say, like everyone's been sharing here, you know, get the support, get the help, because yeah, you can do it on your own. I tried for a long time, but it can take a lot. It's a frustrating road. And you know, even if you have all the knowledge and the wealth, I still have people helping me. You know, when I get stuck, I can go round and round in circles because I'm so stuck in my own head. So I always reach out and get help. So find a mentor, find a coach, someone who resonates with you, and get the support. And I am offering a free call as well, a money block breakthrough call, and I'm going to drop the link here, but it's also on my website, which is experiencetrueself.com, because you know, I really believe your true self is abundant and wealthy and, you know, ready to attract whatever it is that you desire in your life. So I can't wait to hear from you. And thanks so much again, everyone, for being here. It's been fascinating listening to you all.
Oh, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Emma. Really, really, you've been an inspiration. And I believe that our audience really, they will definitely reach out to you. So they need someone like Emma. They really need someone like, more especially the one who's going to be able to sit down with them and identify their limiting beliefs and be like, you know what, it's high time you break from those, because I've been there, I've done that, and I know how it feels like. So thank you so much, Emma, for being with us and sharing your wisdom. Thank you. You can go ahead, Jabu, and please share with the audience, please.
Doctor, thank you so much. If I may also share my details, our website is www.jfmcoaching.co.za, and I'm on LinkedIn as Jabu Msomi, but also as JFM Coaching. And do reach out and let's see how we can support each other. And just to share, I have a crown here, a tiara, so other people call it. I said earlier, I'm a self-proclaimed queen, but also I want to leave everybody with this crown. And the letters of the word crown, the first one is be courageous, you know, as a person, but also, you know, as a business person, as a leader, always be courageous. And the second one is be resilient. We've spoken about it a lot, you know, that it will take somebody that is focused and resilient, you know, for the business to grow. And as a person, we go through a lot, but if you remain, you know, resilient, you know, you are bound to claim your crown. And then the next one is be optimistic, you know, just say, you know, whatever the day, whatever the situation, this one is gonna, you know, is gonna work to my favor. So be optimistic, you know, always adopt that, you know, mindset of being optimistic, you know, all the time. And the next one is W for, you know, just have a mindset of being a winner. You know, somebody said, when I get called to an interview, already I know that, you know, I'll get that job. Have that mindset, you know, even with, you know, you going for a contract, a job contract, or an interview, or whatever the situation may be. Just train your mind, you know, to say, I am going to win today. And the last letter is N. Nurture yourself, look after yourself. You've got you and nobody else, but also your business is your baby. You know, nurture your business every day, feed your baby, you know, clean up your baby, you know, groom your baby. That's your business. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Queen. Queen Jabu. Yes, you are. You know, we call ourselves queens because I believe we deserve it. Like, if you look at the queen is a beautiful person to begin with, and the heart is pure too. So as we fix each other's crown, we're like, you know what, we are holding each other up. I love that. I love that. So I believe our audience really will reach out to you, Jabu. They just need, you know, this person who will just tell them that you can, you know what, you can do it, you can thrive in your business, you can do whatsoever I've done, because I've been there. I know the challenges that you go through as an individual, but it doesn't mean that you can find a way from that. So thank you so much, Jabu. I believe our audience can will reach out to you for sure. Although, like, we didn't cover Lungile's question, in the interest of time, I believe Lungile, we're gonna talk from here, because even your question is not as clear. I'm not too sure if you're looking like why is IP essential for your business, or maybe like I just needed exactly what do you really need around IP, because like if you have a well-crafted IP strategy, it can kind of help you to maximize the potential of your business. But we can go into details on exactly what do you need around IP in your business. So in the interest of time, I will reach out to you, or you can just reach out to us at admin, ADMIN, at risetogreaterheights.com, and we're gonna be able to respond to your questions. Oh my goodness, to our speakers, we are humbled, we are honored, and we apologize that we went above time at the allocated time. But you know what? All these messages were really needed in this platform. So we appreciate you. We're humbled that you were able to spare almost 2 hours to be with us here. We don't take it for granted. We know you are all busy, but for the fact that you were able to be with us here, we are so humbled. We are honored. We are saying thank you. And to our audience online, thank you so much for being with us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci, Tia Bonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest, and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as